And welcome everyone. So in this video, we will look at another front-end interview problem. So this time, the problem states that we need to create our own in-memory file system in JavaScript, such that like I should be able to create a directory from my new file system class, and that directory should be able to create a directory, should be able to change into directories. Change directory means switching into this directory. Like I want to go from root directory to parent directory, which is inside root directory. So switching into the directory, adding a file inside the directory that you are at, deleting a file, and such operations. So we'll try to code this up. Our output will look something like this. Um, here at the root level we have a root object, we have a root directory, and inside root directory we have parent and parent2, and inside parent I create index and I add app.js, but I also delete app.js. So it will be like inside parent I have files, and inside the files I will have all the files. I will have all the file names. So there is only index.html, since we added app.js, but we also removed app.js. So let's try to code this up now. So first and foremost, we will create a constructor here, and this constructor will here I will initialize my directory, that the directory that we are at currently, or the directories that exist right now. And here the directories that exist is just root and it is empty. I will define my current directory that I am at, and current directory will be this dot directory and root, because I'm at root, and current directory path, and this will be equal to root that we are at right now. Now let's create directory method. So create directory method will here uh, assign I'll just create a new key with the directory name inside my current directory and assign it as an empty object. So this is just as simple as this. I created my new directory with the current direct. I created new directory by adding the key with the directory name and assigning it an empty object. Now let's create a function to change into directory. Change directory. This is just like switching into the directory that we are given at, and here we will be given a path. Now uh, do one thing. Const new path will get new directory, or let's just do this dot current directory is equal to get changed directory. We'll create this helper function now. This dot get changed directory, and let's create this thing here. This will take path. Now, what we will do is we know all the paths by splitting it with a forward slash, because here we give the path in this pattern. So the directory that we want to go to is this parent directory. So what I'll do is I'll split my path with this, and I will loop over the path. So each path dot for each and path P here, and here I assume that the directory that I am going to add, that I'm switching to, is already created. So I just need not put a null check here. I know that it's already created. So here I also will create a current path, and current path will be equal to this dot directory that we are at right now. This dot directory that we are at right now. So like the current path, this is current directory path. Yeah. And current path will become equal to path, and at the end what here this will become equal to this is current directory path. um yeah, and here we will just return our current path. So this is really it. Here we will also change our current directory path, because we have changed the path that we are at right now. Current directory path will be just path here. Now let's create our add file and delete file. So this dot add file, file name, and here we'll just do if this dot current directory. We'll check if it has key as files. If it has files, we'll just push the file into our files folder. Else, we'll create our files folder and push it inside. So we'll create our files folder and push that file inside our files folder. Now let's create delete file, file name, and this will be just a filtering operation. Files is equal to this dot current directory dot files dot filter file f is not equal to file name. Yeah, this is really it. Let's try to run this and see if it works. There's a syntax error. Okay, where is the syntax error? 28. Okay, I don't need to write this here. Now I have to remove this from here as well. Rerun this, refresh this. Assignment to constant variable line 22. Okay, let rerun, refresh, get root directory. Okay. Yeah, let's also create this as well. Get root directory. This here we will just return. Uh, we will just return this dot directory root. This dot directory root. Rerun this, refresh this, and we are getting parent and parent2, and inside parent we are getting files, and inside files we are getting index.html. Yeah, so this is like a pretty basic example of creating our own file system. So here, like the only utilities that we created here was create directories, changing into the directory, adding a file, and deleting a file. So create that we like started with our initial directory path and the current directory path. And while creating a directory, we created a directory by just appending the key to the current folder. And changing directory, we first generated our change directory that we want to go to it and our current directory path. The current directory path will just simply be the path that we provide here. The change directory we will have to get the path and we will have to split the path so we know that to which directory that we need to go to step by step. And for each path, we will go to that directory. And I think, yeah, this has to be distro directory because the path that we provide is the absolute path, is always the absolute path. So this should be current directory, and for this we will need to go to current path. Current path Current path is equal to current path p. Yeah. So we are switching into the paths one by one. So let's say we are at root first, and from root we need to go to parent. So what we will do is current path is root, but we need to go to parent. So this will be parent then. So this is root, and root we are switching to parent. Roots parent. This p will be parent and this will be root. So we'll go to parent here and we return parent here. Add file is just pushing the file name into the files object, and delete is just filtering, and get root directory is just getting us the root directory. So I'll just refresh this and rerun this and just see if it works, and we can see it is working. Parent2 is empty and parent1 has files and the file is index.html. So hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in next one.